Greetings fellow gamers, I'm the Soulsborne Seeker and today we'll be taking a close look at the new Kickstarter trailer for Shade Protocol, a beautiful cyber fantasy Metroidvania that I featured on my channel a few months back when it was first revealed. Said first trailer took the world by storm, with its beautiful pixel art style, fluid animations and intense combat winning over gamers across the board and leading to thousands of wishlists. I honestly didn't think the developers could have done anything to upstage that first outing, but as it turns out, I was wrong, because the new trailer blows the previous one completely out of the water and it's time for us to see why that is the case, so let's dive into it. The story of Shade Protocol transpires in a dying world overtaken by a sentient metal called the lithium, which has turned against civilization and effectively transformed reality to digital code. You are Zura, a prototype replica capable of recompiling said reality in creative ways, making you humanity's last hope against total extinction. Rewriting reality is one of Shade Protocol's main gimmicks, which not only gives you the ability to manipulate certain events and influence their outcome, but also navigate the setting in novel ways by using unique skills offered by the various musical weapons you will find. For example, utilizing your Twilight Spear allows you to thrust it against a wall and gain altitude by using it as a trampoline, while your Violin Katana is capable of slicing across the screen, thus making it possible to reach previously inaccessible areas by bringing them closer to your height. The new trailer actually shows us this latter katana slicing skill more extensively than the previous one, and I have to admit it is one of the smartest navigation related moves I have seen in a while. I don't actually remember seeing anything similar in a Metroidvania game before, at least as far as my experience goes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the different ways in which it can affect gameplay. Platforming seems promising, especially given the existence of the downward pogo, which hopefully denotes to some really cool acrobatic segments. We also get a better look at the game's world, which is way more diverse, vibrant and colorful than we were initially led to believe, featuring biomes that boast a wonderful blend of nature and technology in a variety of different combinations and themes. The game's cinematic element is much more prominent here, giving us snippets of action-packed, dramatic cutscenes whose mentality seems to have come straight out of an anime, as well as some truly impressive vistas, with a standout scene being that of the colossal crimson robot. Based on these two different narrative approaches, it would seem like Shade Protocol will be relying on both direct as well as environmental storytelling, which I consider to be a perfect blend since you have a mix of the immediacy conveyed through a cutscene alongside the immersion offered by environmental observation. Combat gets its fair share of screen time as well. Shade Protocol will have you spend a good chunk of your journey clashing against the various robotic denizens the lithium will throw at you, whom you will have to defeat by enforcing a mix of precision melee hits, parries, counters, and special attacks, all while swapping between two different modes called Dawn and Shade, each one coming with its own playstyle. I'm still uncertain about how this duality works, though I do believe we get a brief glimpse of it near the end of the trailer, but this aspect of the game is still a mystery to me. Finally, there are a few potential bosses present here, with the most impressive amongst them being the metallic werewolf, who was also featured in the first trailer and once again steals the show. Aside from blowing us away with its fantastic quality, this new trailer came out to raise awareness about the game's upcoming Kickstarter campaign, which I will link in the description below for those wishing to set a reminder for it. Said campaign is meant to help expedite the title's development and also bring some big name composers on board, though in my humble opinion, one of its most important goals is to raise enough money for console ports, which I always consider a solid boost for a game's popularity. Shade Protocol is expected to release sometime in 2026 and has been confirmed for PC, with potential console ports becoming a reality if the Kickstarter hits its stretch goals. This is definitely one of my most anticipated Metroidvania games of 2026, and you can bet that I'll be reviewing it on day one. So with all that being said, are you also excited about Shade Protocol? Let me know what you think of the game in the comments below, and please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'd also appreciate it if you'd hype the video in the case you're watching from a smartphone device, since it will really help with its visibility. As always, thank you so much for being here. Until next time, Soulsborne Seeker out.